Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambah Skandapurvajaha Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Pativarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyadvarada Vaktrandhyaha Parishadhyaha Paraspatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamasraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhitakshine Krishna Dvaipaya Namvyasam Sarva Bhuta Hiteratam Vedacha Bhaskaram Bande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Sahasra Murtehe Purushottamasya Sahasra Netrarana Pada Bahoho Sahasra Namnam Stavanam Prachastam Nirichyate Janma Jaradi Santyai. Bhagavan's great. Let us continue from where we left off last time. We came up to Vasudevaha. Skanda Rodhurjo Varado Vaivaganaha Vasudevo Brahadbhanur Adideva Purandaraha Vasudevaha Brahadbhanuhu Adidevaha Purandaraha. That is Slokam number 36. So we came up to Vasudevaha. Next one is Brahadbhanuhu. Brahadbhanuhu. Now, the Bhanu means effulgence, very bright, and Brihad Bhanuhu in a very big way, in a very expansive way. So Brihad Bhanuhu is the aspect of Bhagavan where he is manifesting himself as the effulgence in the moon, the sun, the stars and all that. The sun is so effulgent, isn't it? And that effulgence is Bhagavan. And through that effulgence, on a physical level, the Bhagavan, the whole world, the whole universe becomes effulgent, quite bright, isn't it? The whole earth becomes the sunshine, everything is bright. Through that, he gives, the nourishment, the nutrition, everything else for the living beings. And this effulgence is always expanding. It's ever expansive. And it is limitless. Brihat Bhanuhu. Adi Devaha. Adi means very first beginning. And so he is the primary reason, primary cause for all of this creation, this whole prapancham. Not only that, he's Devaha. So he's got the characteristic, the quality of effulgence, always bright and shining. That is Adi Devaha. Purandaraha. Purandaraha, in our mind, there is the beneficial tendencies, which we call as devas. Then there is also tendencies and pulls and pushes that take us and on the evil way, on the non-beneficial way. And those tendencies are rakshasic, demonic tendencies. Bhagavan Purandaraha is the one who destroys all the demonic forces, the demonic pulls and pushes that we have, and finally wins over them. All of us, in spite of the way that our mind works today, be assured that Bhagavan Purandaraha is very much present, and he will destroy all the demonic impulses and make us completely pure, each one of us, and take us back home. Purandaraha, Asokaha. We all have 6 types of Slokam. Slokam means misery, difficulties. What are the 6 types that we have? We have hunger, we have thirst, we have worries, and we have what we call the unconsciousness, the feeling of unconscious, because we are not fully conscious of ourselves. Okay, we get mesmerized and we get pulled in towards the unreal things. Okay, then we also have the getting old, getting aged. Okay, and finally death. So these are the 6 types of. Bhagavan doesn't have any of these. Asokaha. For us, who are not one with our own self, these 6 types of changes, these 6 types of faults, if you would, deficiencies are there. Bhagavan is without these. Asokaha. And is also, Asokaha being one who removes and eliminates all kinds of difficulties and miseries that come from these six faults that we have. And Taranaha, Asokas, Tarana, Taraha, right? So that's what it comes. Asokas, Tarana, Taraha. So Taranaha. Taranaha, as the name implies, one who takes us across the ocean of birth, death cycle. And not only that, not only does he finally takes us and we get to the other shore, but even while living in this body, while living in our limited way, he is the one who takes us across all our fears and worries. And we fall sick, there is something wrong with our body. There are so many worries that we have, right? So many fears also that we have. He is the one who takes us across all these. Taranaha. Taraha. Taraha is, when we talk about Asokaha, those are the faults and the deficiencies we have. Taraha is, we are, if you look at each one of us, our own life, first we started living in the womb of our mother. Then we were born, we came out of the mother's womb and started living in this world. Then we go through the process of aging. Each one of us ages continuously. It doesn't matter if you're 1 year old or 60 years old, right? Continuously we are aging. Then finally we go through death. So each one of these has got a certain fear and anxiety associated with it. This Taraha is the one who takes us across to beyond all these fears and worries. So Vasudevo Brihad Bhanur excuse me. Vasudevo Brihad Bhanur Adideva Purandaraha Asokas Taranas Taraha Suras Sauriv Janeswaraha. Suraha. Suraha, as the name implies, not only some who is very courageous, but also who is extremely capable. So he's got the ability to go and achieve something. And he always comes out victorious. And because of that, Bhagavan is always victorious. Suraha. Saurihi. Now, Saurihi is the one who is born in the lineage of Sura. As Sankara Bhagavad says. Now, in which lineage is that? Vasudeva. Here he applies to, in this case, Krishna, born in the son of Vasudeva. And also, Saurihi also means one is in the Saulabhyam, one who is easily accessible. See, Bhagavan is the greatest, greater than the greatest. Okay, whichever way we look at it, he's supreme and beyond. But still, he's so easily accessible by each one of us, in spite of our limited abilities. What qualities and deservedness that I have to even get Bhagavan's darshan? What qualities and deservedness that I really have? What tapas have I done? What sacrifices have I made to be able to even go to a temple and pray to Bhagavan who has been installed there through Vedic mantras? Right? When you look at it in terms of our deservedness, in the terms of our education, scholarship, or discipline, or the purity of our mind, or the selflessness, whatever area we look at, we don't really deserve Bhagavan, to put it very, very bluntly. I don't deserve Bhagavan. I don't deserve God. But Bhagavan is so compassionate and so kind that he actually comes down to my level and makes himself accessible to him. The same Bhagavan that Brahma had to do tapas for the eons, for millions of years, before he could even experience and get his darshan. The same Bhagavan that Dhruva had to do that severe penance for 4 months, non-stop. Think for a second, all the tapas and the penance and the purification of the mind, that process that all the rishis have gone through before they could get a glimpse of the darshan of Bhagavan. Right? But what have I done? Nothing. But he is so kind and compassionate that he descends. Descends in means that it does not come from another place to another place. It is like a mother bending down to pick up a baby on the floor. It is no different from there. Bhagavan is present everywhere, but he allows himself, manifests himself to be cognizable and to be experienced by even people like me. And that he really is so compassionate. He comes and helps and saves each one of us, so to speak. And that is Saurihi. Suraha, Saurihi. Surat, Saurit, Janeswaraha, Jana, Iswaraha. As the name implies, he is the Iswara of all the Janas. Janas means all the beings that have taken birth. And he is the Lord of that, he is the master of that, he is the Iswara of that. What does that mean? He is not only the protector, because he's got a huge responsibility to protect, to take care of everything that is created, and he does that through Aiswaryam. Through Aiswaryam means by the provision of all the resources, not only dhanam, not only monetary wealth, but all other resources required, everything required to take care of the people. That's why he is the real master, the real boss, because he's got our welfare, our well-being as his primary goal. As some of the kings in the older days had those, like Dasharatha, Janaka, they all had that. So the primary goal was the welfare and the well-being of the people. And therefore, the citizens also loved them in return. So it's a heart-to-heart relationship. Janeswaraha, Anukulaha. Now, think for a second. We all know, even though we are all in different bodies, each one of us living in our own world, through our own sense of pulls and pushes and all that, the Bhagavan is so great, and that for each one of us is not only easily accessible and available, but is also available as our greatest and most reliable support. Anukulam, whatever Bhagavan, each one of us knows, right? Where do we go? We go for support and succor only to Bhagavan, right? In our own way we do that. And he protects us. That Anukulam, because he is a true Suhrit, as Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, is a true well-wisher for each one of us. So each one of us automatically goes to, we don't have a single, even the slightest doubt. Does any of us have a slightest doubt, even in our mind, that Bhagavan will do me harm? Okay, Bhagavan is not dependable. Okay, will he really come through? Is he reliable? Okay, but the Bhagavan will stab me in the back. None of those things, because we know intuitively and automatically with 100% faith that he is the one who is Anukula, who's always got our welfare and well-being in the mind, and who will never let us down. Another meaning of Anukulam is, as in Ramayana talks about Rama, because he has got so much power. Bhagavan, his power is limitless. Because of that, he doesn't have even the slightest iota of pride of himself. And this is so true. When you see Avatar Purushan, he is the humblest of the humble. So humble that he is. Because he is so powerful. There's nothing can shake him. And at the same time, he is so extremely humble. And that aspect is also Anukulaha. Asokastar Nastarat Surat Saurit Chaneswaraha Anukulaha Satavartaha. Sata Avartaha. So, Avartam, as we know, Avataram, Bhagavan manifests himself in 100 ways. Not literally 100, literally Bhagavan's Avatarangal are infinite. And each one of us, so to speak, as Bhagavan says, is an avatar. Only thing is, our stories are not what's being told because we are embedded in the sphere of selfishness and looking only after ourselves. Whereas the Avataram comes in full glory, manifesting the prema and the beauty and the greatness and the majesty and the limitless attraction of that prema. Then we call those as Avataram. So those Avatarams are also many, not just limited to the Avataram, but they are literally many, and they are taking place right from the beginning of time to even today. Okay, we must be aware that the Avatarangal we read on books and Bhagavatam and all, we should never limit our understanding of Bhagavan's play only to the book called the Bhagavatam. That is not correct. That's a limited recording of what happened. But the same Bhagavatam is taking place even today. So we must be completely aware that Bhagavan's Avataram continues to take place and will continue to take place. That's Sata Avartaha. And he comes up with Dharma Samsthapanam to show us the pathway, because people like us, we have gone astray. We have gone away from especially only the human beings have gone astray, away from the path that has been prescribed for us to walk, which we don't do that. Therefore, Bhagavan comes and shows us the pathway, which is the Dharma Samrakshanam, and he comes mainly and manifests himself in a cognizable way, in the form. He can choose whatever form the Avataram decides, and whatever time he chooses, whatever place he chooses, because he's limitless. There is absolutely free. But he responds to the call of a true devotee, and then Bhagavan manifests himself. In order to protect the bhaktas. That is the main reason Bhagavan, the Avataram, comes always. Then, incidentally, he also, Dharma Samrakshanam, it takes place. And in certain times, he eliminates the people who do evil deeds, not the people themselves, but the tendencies that come out. The evil tendencies he eliminates. So, and then Veda Samrakshanam. Those are the four reasons, four main activities that Bhagavan, every avatar portion does. But the primary reason is to give succor to the devotees. In the yearning of a devotee, Bhagavan manifests himself instantly. And in the form that the devotee wants, the form in order to interact with the devotee, in order to give him succor and comfort, that's the main reason Bhagavan manifests always. That's a primary reason. And that happens in many, many ways. Satavartaha. In our own body, Bhagavan is present, what we call as nadis, hundreds of nadis are there. And they present in the form of pranam, right? We all know that. We call it as life force in English. And that is avarta. Bhagavan is present in 100 ways, even in our own body if you look at it. And so that is Satavartaha. Then Padmi. Padmi is one who carries the lotus flower in his hand. And why lotus flower, sir? Why not jasmine flower? Why not rose? So many people ask the question. These are all correct questions. Padmam he carries in his hand, Mahavishnu, you may have seen it in some form, to teach and instruct people like me that this whole creation is exactly like Padmam only, okay? And don't get attached to the creation, be in the creation, but not be of it. In the sense, enjoy everything, but the focus should be only on the Creator, not to be, as we say in all the English discourses that you read, don't be attached to the world is what the idea is. But it is not possible not to be attached to the world, okay? And let us not kid ourselves on that one. It is very difficult. It's next to impossible unless we are like Dhruva and all that. So the thing to focus, like the way Dhruva did, is not to be focused so much on, not to be attached to the world, not to be attached to everything. That will never happen. Instead, focus on attaching to something else. And then the moment I attach myself to Bhagavan's lotus feet, automatically I will get detached from rest of the things. So the focus is to Manmana Bhava. That is the idea of the Padmam. Focus only on Bhagavan. Then you can live in the world without unnecessary and fruitless and misery-causing attachments. So Padmi, Padma Nibhekshanaha. Padma Nibhekshanaha, Akshanaha means eyes. One who has got the eyes like a lotus flower petal. So what does it mean? It is the lotus flower. If you get a chance to look at lotus flowers, unfortunately we don't get to see that much in this country, but in India, if you go to certain ponds and certain village sites and all that, you can see that. And take a minute or two to enjoy the lotus flower, because this is the flower that has been taken almost like a foundation block to explain the scriptural truth in all our scriptures. So it's a very important flower. So when you look at the flower and look at the petal, then you get an idea of what Bhagavan's eyes look like. When Avatara Purushan comes, and his eyes look like that. There's a certain pinkishness, certain reddishness, phenomenal attraction, the softness, and more than that, the what we call as visala, that is also present. That's the expansiveness. So you can enjoy Bhagavan's. The eyes are like that is the way that we describe it. Okay, and Bhagavan's eyes are there everywhere, and but this is the way we enjoy him as Padma Nibhekshanaha. Vasudevo Brihadbhanur Adideva Purandaraha Asokastaranastarat Suras Saurirjaneswaraha Anukulas Tatavarta Padmi Padma Nibhekshanaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Lokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santi Santi Santi. Harihi Om.